Yo, what up, friends? Winter Olympics. Yes, you see it. That is your final gold medal tally right there for your Winter Olympics, excuse me. And hey, the United States, how y'all think we did? Huh? How y'all think we did? Hey, we ain't do too shabby. Look, we ain't Scandinavian. We ain't Vikings. What are we? We ain't meant to be outdoors. I mean, hey, if anything, Americans, what are we known as? Lazy, probably around the world. I don't know. That's probably what they think of us. Which is not a too far off statement. It's pretty accurate for most of us. I would even include myself in that statement, even though I just got back from the gym. I would still consider myself to be pretty lazy. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. 33 medals for the United States, second behind Norway. So, hey, we only lost to one of the, Nordic countries. I didn't think we would beat any of the Nordic countries. That's not true. I did think we'd beat some of them, obviously, because United States, we have a lot more athletes because we have a lot more people in general. So even though the majority of us don't live in areas that would allow you to appreciate or play a winter sport, like I'm sure there's some high schools out there that have snowboarding, but I didn't go to a school that had that. So, that being said, pretty good showing for the United States. But Norway did have the most medals with 41, 18 of those being gold. But hey, United States, again, second most golds with 12, second most overall with 33. So salute to the United States athletes who went out there and put it all on the line. We are so super proud of you. I'm going to give a shout out to a few of them here before we move on. But first of all, hey, we got to clip this for the socials to make sure that they know that we appreciate these United States Olympic athletes. First of all, let's start off with one of our favorites, longtime favorite Olympian. She unfortunately went through a lot with this final Olympics. She tried to put it all on the line, and for that, we will forever love her. Lindsey Vonn, one of our most heralded and awarded Olympians in the United States. We have loved her for a long, long time. She has gone out there Olympics after Olympics and put it all on the line. To the point where she has suffered so many gruesome leg injuries. And unfortunately, while going for it all again, going for the gusto, she unfortunately hurt herself again in pursuit of glory. She came out and actually said that she almost lost her left leg, that the doctor, if they wouldn't have been there on the scene, which, by the way, just to let you know, they were only there on the scene because she had just torn her ACL the week before, and they wanted to be there in case something medically crazy happened, which it almost did, and thank God that it didn't, because obviously no one wants to lose their leg, and as many injuries as they've had, yeah, that's something that she had to necessarily be worried about. And I can tell you from personal experience, as I broke my tibia, I fractured my tibia a couple years ago, and it was to the point where the doctors were like, you got to make sure the swelling is going down. If not, you can possibly lose your leg. So this is something that happens with a tibia injury, but especially for her, who's been through so many of these injuries. And again, I've been through a tibia broken leg, so I can and torn ACL, so I can empathize with her, and I certainly do. And prayers up to her for a full and successful recovery. And again, she knew it was probably going to be her last Olympics. I would have to assume at this point she'd probably have to, just ride it off into the sunset, as next time could be a full, amputation, and we definitely do not want to see that at all. So, but salute to Lindsey Vonn. Thank you for everything that you gave us. Moving on to other ones. How about our hockey teams? Yes, the men and women's both won gold. USA, USA, USA. Yeah. The men and women hockey teams both won gold. And while the women dominated the whole entire Olympics. And so we kind of were hoping that they were at least going to win. The men were not so much so favored as the Canadians were favored, but no. The Americans showed that at least in this Olympics, even though it is a Canadian sport, a European sport, the Americans showed this year that we are the best at the hockey, at the old stick and puck, at the old puck and stick, at the old goalie in the net, at the old Connor, wow, stick save and a beaut. Woo! What? Stick save and a beaut. And then how about our goal scorers, right? How about the people that actually brought the glory to these teams? And granted, all of you deserve to be awarded, but Jack Hughes had the golden goal for the men, 1 minute and 41 seconds into a 3-on-3 overtime. So first of all, it wasn't really looking that good for the Americans, but the fact that they were able to take it to overtime against the Canadians and then have this amazing goal. What a pass, what an assist setup for the goal, just across the ice, just beauty in motion. You know how they call soccer the beautiful game kind of thing, kind of like that. It was just beautiful the way that they put that all together, and to beat a Canadian team that has so many superstars, including Connor McDavid, who could be the best player in the world, and probably is by most people's opinions right now. So again, shout out to them. The first American men's hockey victory since 1980. And yes, we all know that was the Miracle on Ice. And so I'm actually going to, for all you that are maybe too young for that, at the end of the episode, I'll play a little clip from that game back in 1980 for, educational purposes, for y'all youngins that may not have been around. But when we beat the Russians, I mean, I wasn't alive either. I didn't even go front like I was. So, but I have seen replays of the game. Neither here nor there. The American men did that right. And as well, our American women, again, this even looked more precarious. What an amazing word for a Puerto Rican on a live TV show. Shout out to my brother Conan. Get well soon. Prayers up, my brother. But we were down 2-1, the women were. 58 minutes left, and all of a sudden, who comes along but Captain Hillary Knight. Get over here. Pay attention to me. Why are you always doing that? Anyways, Hillary Knight, y'all, our captain, with her 15th career goal at the Olympics to help us win the gold medal. Shout out to Hillary Knight and the rest of the crew out there. We salute our men and women's hockey teams, as well a few others that I want to salute from the Olympics. First of all, Michaela Schifrin coming back after a nightmare. She's been 0-8 since 2018, finally coming back and winning the downhill slalom. Shout out to her. That was amazing. We are happy that she was able to overcome that hurdle that she had been experiencing. How about a couple others? We got to give a shout out. This is probably my favorite story of the Olympics for the United States. Elena Myers Taylor, 41-year-old bobsledder, y'all. 41-year-old bobsledder, and she has 2 deaf children. So not only was she trying to deal with winning a gold medal all these past 20 years at least, but also then she was put in a hard situation as a parent in which her children are deaf, and she had to learn a whole new way of life. And she went about doing that, as well as training and winning the gold medal at 41 in what should be, most Olympians are younger. What a salute to Elena Myers Taylor. Get it, girl. That's what I'm talking about. You deserve all the praise in the world. Shout out to Allison Liu, excuse me, the wonderful figure skater. Oh no, it is Alyssa, isn't it? Is it Alyssa or Allison? Alyssa, excuse me. Woo. May not mess up her name. Lou, the amazing figure skater, got the great hair going on. She did great. I loved watching her performances. Tremendous. Salute to you. Salute to Elaine Gu, who has dual citizenship with China. JD Vance didn't like that. He got his panties up in a wad. But salute to her for winning the gold as well. And even to Ilya Malinin, our male figure skater who came in as a, if you look at NCAA odds, he was like a 16, he was like a 1 versus a 16 seed. So, but he unfortunately was not able to complete the run. He fell down a bunch and did not get it. But hey, he's only 21 years old. He'll be back. Sometimes the pressure in the Olympics gets to us. So, he'll be back and he'll be fine. And again, the United States just overall winning. Yeah, shout out to Dirty Mojo, my brother. Yeah, man. Wow. Wowzers. Yeah, that's the Mighty Ducks. I bet you it was a cheeseburger. You stop it. He stopped that thing like a cheeseburger. Woo, what a stop by Hellebuck. You back behind the back stick save and a beaut. And then Jack Hughes. Yeah, salute to all of our Olympians. Salute to all of them. Now, one thing I do have to say to the Olympic Committee, if you are going to give out gold medals and give out medals to your Olympic athletes that are competing, fine. Great. We love that. We want to see them get their gold, their silver, and their bronze. You don't need to be handing out stuffed animals. Why are you handing out stupid stuffed animals? Yo, every single time I watched a medal ceremony and the people got their medals, they were happy to get their medals, aside from the Canadian women who were absolutely demolished that they lost the gold medal to the Americans, but that's neither here nor there. But actually, they are part. That is here and there, because they're part of the reason I say that. They were so pissed. They were so pissed. They got their silver medal, which they were already just like, they were all depressed. They were like, ugh, we were supposed to win gold. Like, they're all distraught that this happened, but whatever. They got it. And then they got these stupid stuffed animals, and they looked at them like they wanted to rip their damn heads off. And so if you look at, like, most of the time, the bronze and silver people, they're all like, why are we getting this stupid thing? And even the gold medal people were like, even the United States, they were like, all right, I'm trying to celebrate a gold medal, and you giving me some stupid stuffed animal that you could have just given me in some kind of swag bag, some kind of grab bag in the back, and left it out my locker. You over here, like, what? Get out of here. You don't need to be giving me a damn stuffed animal. I know you want to shake my hand. Just shake my hand. Okay? Give me the medal and shake my hand. And yeah, they may have been a little bit of crybaby-ish. The Canadians, our brothers and sisters to the north, already don't like us with everything that Donald Trump is doing. We'll see how they think about his State of the Union tonight. By the way, y'all check out Ball on the Buzz State of the Union. Total evisceration coming to you here in 30 minutes. Hot Take Jake versus the Sports Professor. But yeah, hey, they weren't very happy that they lost the medal, and they were even more pissed that you handed me some stupid stuffed animal. Like, I'm already mad enough you're giving me a silver medal. I don't want this dumb stuffed animal. So anyways, just hilarious. Oh, by the way, shout out to everybody watching on IG. Jen Jones, my girl. I hope to see you at Country Box next week as well, my brother. Yes. Bobby Tune. Yeah. What's good, my brother? I see you tuned in there on IG. Thank you all for tuning in. So yeah, that's a salute to all of our Olympians there. By the way, did you hear about the little the ski jumpers conspiracy where there were some penile injections to make the area bigger in the groin? It would give you more wingspan in your suit. Apparently, every 2 centimeter change in the suit, by the way, y'all, this is your sports professor stat for this, because this is crazy. Think about this. For every 2 centimeter change in their suit, which is a lot. I mean, which is a very little, not a lot, which is a very little, 2 centimeters, right? So they get these penile injections. They get a little groan for a couple minutes. It goes away after a while. They get fitted for their suits. They get fitted a little extra. 2 centimeters, y'all, gives you an extra 5.8 meters. No wonder people were trying to get these injections. 2 centimeters gives you the length of a car extra in a jump, my dog. Yes, yes. They were going out. They're getting the penile injections. It's giving them a little extra pause, girth, and wow, massive pause on that. Reckless that I said it even after I knew I was going to say it. 5.8 meters. They can jump almost the length of a car extra because of these injections. Craziness. Where can I? Stupid. Y'all tap in with my boy Wildcard Mar. He always doing big things. He is the hardest working man in the streaming game. He streams every day and every night. If you love sports, get with my man Wildcard Mar. Subscribe at Wildcard Mar and at IOW Sports Network 4035, both on YouTube. Yeah, man. Asking for a friend, right? I see. Hey. I ain't never had no complaints over on this end, so that's all I'm going to say. Viewership pretty good for the Olympics, though. NBC said they averaged 23.5 million viewers. Pretty damn good for the Olympics. That's some pretty good shit. That's an NFL kind of playoff game numbers. And now there was favorable, the time difference. They were in Milan this time. Plus, by the way, I mentioned this last time, Nielsen has new ways they do ratings with their new big data plus panel, which incorporates more streaming, incorporates more out-of-home markets and things like that. So hockey, gold medalists, we really appreciate everything.
Subscribe on YouTube at Ball and Buds for sports and entertainment live streams and videos.